One more
sentence and began seriously crying. Both Candria Cook and her mom cry so loudly.
Yo, I'm about to choke. I'm sorry.
Crying.
Yo, I don't know why that's so funny to me. All right, if you're just tuning in, this is part 2 of the 20 most dramatic moments ever in court, aka folks bugging out on the judge. All right, shout out to the lads. Subscribe for the vibe. It's your girl TT Chanel. Somebody gonna drop a comment talking about, oh, that's original. Shut up. That's my name. What you want me to do? Change it? Like, what you want me to do? What you want me to say? Make up something that's crazy? No, that's what we say here. What's good with you? Shout out to the lads.
Cook in Dayton Beach, Florida, and is sentenced to 3 life sentences. Up next, we have the case of Candria Cook in Dayton Beach, Florida.
Not Candria. Now, Candria. Come on now. What you was up in there doing?
Candria is in court for using a dating app to rob someone. This led to the teen being shot. Luckily, they survived. Candria was arrested and charged with carjacking.
Let me choke on my teeth. That's a lot of charges for this little face. What happened? Who failed you? The system.
Felony battery, and attempted carjacking with a deadly weapon. Candria gives her final statement as she hopes to garner sympathy from the judge. She hopes to get out and get her high school diploma and live a life free from crime.
Hold on. Hold up. Time out. Let me bring that back. She don't even got a high school diploma. And these is her charges, carjacking, felon. What is happening? Attempted carjacking. I said carjacking. That's how mad I am. Like, what? She don't even have a diploma? Like, who failed this woman? Well, this kid. Like, what's happening?
Carjacking with a deadly weapon. Candria gives her final statement as she hopes to garner sympathy from the judge. She hopes to get out and get her high school diploma and live a life free from crime. But then, things take a turn after the judge reads out his sentencing.
Ms. Cook, you're before the court for sentencing. A couple of things going in your favor. One, you didn't hold a firearm during these episodes. The second is that the victim luckily survived. That being said, this was intentional. There was an orchestrated
that's good. The victim survived, so that's good.
Ambush, and you are a main part of that. And for that, I'm going to go ahead and adjudicate you guilty of all 3 charges, sentence you to 20 years in state prison.
What is happening? Gotta clean my ears. Did he just say 20 years in prison when a dude didn't die? She didn't hold the firearm? 20 years is insane. That's too much for little Candria.
Orchestrated ambush, and you are a main part of that. And for that, I'm going to go ahead and adjudicate you guilty of all 3 charges, sentence you to 20 years in state prison.
Candria Cook and her mother were not expecting such a large sentence and began seriously crying.
That's a baby. That is a baby. 20 years? Come on now. She didn't know no better. I know you're thinking, come on, TT, somebody could have died. Somebody could have died, but they did not die. It's like the facts are the facts. It's like, we can't get mad at coulda, woulda, shoulda. We just can't. We just can't. I'm lying, because if it was my kid that coulda, woulda, shoulda died, I'm going to want you to get life. I'm sorry, because my kid could have died, and that matters. So, you're right. You're right. I just be talking. You're right. It's like, I'm like y'all. We all do. Cause it's like it's easy to speak on it when you ain't actually dealing with it. When you actually dealing with it, you like, hold on. Let me shut up.
Both Candria Cook and her mom cry so loudly that they're essaying.
Yo, wait. That was her crying?
Both Candria Cook and her mom sentence and began seriously crying. Both Candria Cook and her sentence and began seriously crying. Both Candria Cook and her mom cry so loudly.
Yo, I'm about to choke. I'm sorry.
Crying.
so funny to me. And no, I know what you think. Look at you laughing at this young lady's pain. No, absolutely not. I told you 20 years is ridiculous. Like, come on now. Ain't nobody even get hurt. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the fact that she put herself, you know, I mean, it's messed up that she was in that situation. Somebody failed this young lady. And I'm not laughing at that. I'm just laughing at the laughing. I mean, the crying. That's what I'm laughing at.
Both Candria Cook and her mom cry so loudly that they're escorted out of the court. Luckily, 10 months later, the judge reduced the sentence to 11 years after Candria...
That's what's up, because come on now. 20 years. Ain't nobody even get... I'm about to say, ain't nobody even get died. Ain't nobody even die.
Cook entered a new plea deal with the assistant district attorney. Next, we'll be taking a trip to Miami, Florida, at the Miami-Dade Bond Court. This was the hearing of Arthur Booth. He was a known criminal who wasn't new to court proceedings, but this case would be one for the books. He had been charged with grand theft, burglary, reckless driving, resisting arrest, and fleeing. The hearing starts on a normal note with...
Why is it mad dramatic? I hear the music.
Judge Glazer reading out Arthur's charges and explaining the terms of his bond. This was when she noticed something familiar about the man on trial.
Mr. Booth, I have a question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you go to Nautilus for middle school?
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
I'm sorry to see you there. I always wondered.
Oh, that's crazy. They went to the same school together, and she turned out to be a judge, and he turned out to be a criminal. You see how it's all about what you do with your 24 hours. Because they look like they both was presented the same opportunities. See? And a lot of black men want to blame the system. In this case, this is just a perfect example of you did not use your 24 hours like the next person.
What happened to you, sir?
Oh, my goodness.
Arthur obviously could not believe his eyes. The judge presiding over his case was his old middle school classmate. Arthur just kept crying and saying, "Oh my goodness."
The nicest kid in middle school.
Oh, my goodness.
He was the best kid in middle school. I used to play
Yo, why he keeps saying, "Oh my goodness."
football with him, and all the kids, and look what has happened. I'm so sorry.
Oh, my goodness.
Arthur, a once promising and brilliant student, tragically turned to a life of crime. Despite his past mistakes, Judge Glazer empathizes with the difficulties Arthur has faced and wishes him well in his future endeavors.
See, that's good, because he probably was on that dope anyway. And not the dope that we smoked. The other dope.
To live lawfully. However, due to his actions, Arthur has been sentenced to 10 months in prison and required to post a bail of $43,000.
Now, she know damn well he don't got that. He don't got 10%.
Up next, we have Spencer Allan Boston, a self-proclaimed weed activist from Tennessee, who is charged with possessing weed and speeding past a traffic spot. Spencer chooses to defend himself and gives a speech about the marijuana laws in Tennessee.
Yes, sir. I think it's very unfair, the marijuana law here. I think we the people deserve better because...
Now he telling the judge that. The judge don't make the law, bro. Like, that's something you got to take to the Supreme Court. And I agree. Weed should be legal everywhere. Weed is legal where I'm at. Might have smoked a dope right now, matter of fact. Weed legal where you at. Drop a comment. Drop a comment right now. I ain't going to start it till you drop a comment. But like, I'm going to fast forward, TT. All right, whatever. You could just drop the comment. I'm just saying. Look, all of the time I'm doing this, put my water behind me, you could be dropping a comment. But weed legal where I'm at. So, yeah, it's ridiculous that... This is why, like... My goal is to visit all the states before I die. So I visit a lot of places so far. Been I'm gonna name the cities, but of course that counts. Chicago, Memphis, Arizona, LA. Damn, I've been all over. PA, the norm. I'm from New York, Jersey. I live in Jersey. Virginia. I done been damn near all over, you know. So yeah, I plan on visiting all the states. And I say that to say I hate when I go to a state that I can't smoke the dope. Like, I hate being in Florida because I can't smoke the dope. It's like, why I can't smoke the dope? Like, but I can smoke the dope where I live? That makes no sense. But I'm paying state and federal taxes. So why I can't smoke the dope federally? Everywhere.
Marijuana is a very harmless drug.
But the judge wasn't having it. For him, the law is the law, regardless.
I've heard that baloney all my life, so don't go any further on that.
Yes, sir.
That's why Spencer decides to light one out for himself. The court officer immediately...
Not he smoked the dope inside the courtroom. Like, I'm all for the dope, but you can't smoke the dope in the courtroom. He's abusing the dope.
Law is the law, regardless.
I've heard that baloney all my life, so don't go any further on that.
Yes, sir.
That's why Spencer decides to light one out for himself. The court officer immediately tries to stop him, but not as he tries to get...
This is the most gangster courts I've ever seen. He lit the dope inside the courtroom. He is going to jail. He going to jail, boy. You is stupid.
give another speech.
Hey, we the people deserve better.
Boy, you was going to jail.
Take it to jail.
You can hear giggles around the court. The judge gives him another charge of disorderly conduct and sends him to jail for 10 days.
10 days ain't bad for a viral moment. I wouldn't do it because I couldn't last a day, but you know.
Next, we'll be looking into the case of Diana Lovejoy, who fainted during her arraignment in court. She was charged with the attempted murder of her husband. Diana had tried to kill her husband, Greg Mulvihill, with the help of another.
What's happening? Hold on.
The case of Diana Lovejoy, who fainted during her arraignment in court. She was charged with the attempted murder of her husband. Diana had tried to kill her husband, Greg Mulvihill, with the help of another party. Luckily, she was caught, and the attempt failed.
Verdict. We, the jury, in the above entitled cause, find the defendant, Diana Jean Lovejoy, guilty of the crime of an attempted murder of Greg Mulvihill in violation of Penal Code Section 664/187, Paren A, Paren 1, as charged on count 2.
The judge goes on and continues reading all the sentencing of her co-conspirator, Walton K. David, but before she can finish, a loud thud is heard, and it's Diana fainting.
We, the jury, in the above entitled cause, find the defendant, Weldon K. McDavid, guilty of the crime of conspiracy.
Did y'all hear that? Listen.
Walton K. David, but before she can finish, a loud thud is heard, and it's Diana fainting.
We, the jury, in the above entitled cause, find the defendant, Weldon K. McDavid, guilty of the crime of conspiracy to commit murder.
They said, girl, get up. They said, girl, if you don't get up.
All right, we're gonna need to take a break.
She's laid on the floor as the court officials try to get a medic on the scene. Diana is finally sentenced to 26 years in the Chowchilla Women's Prison.
Well, I mean, she did try to body her man, so, you know, it is what it is.
Next on our list is the 18-year-old Payton Gendan, who killed 10 people in a predominantly black neighborhood in Buffalo, New York. On the state
I remember that. He's a
level, he was charged with 1 count of domestic terrorism in the first degree, 3 counts of attempted second-degree murder as a hate crime, 10 counts of second-degree murder as a hate crime, 10 counts of first-degree murder, and
it just be messed up because it's like, was his gun second-degree possession of a weapon? Criminal possession. Okay, so the gun wasn't registered or legal, I'm guessing, right? Because in New York, we really can't have guns. I heard they're trying to pass laws now. You know, I moved out of New York 2 years ago. Was it 3 years? I think it's going on 3 years now. So I don't know. But back then, you couldn't have guns. So I think they're trying to, like, make it a thing now. Because it's, like, unconstitutional. Like, how you telling me I can't carry a gun when everybody else got one? Like, what? That's how crazy. And criminals got one. So it's like, we should have one. You know what I'm saying? To protect ourselves from the criminals. I just say, like, if you're in a state where you could legally bear arms, just bear arms. You know what I'm saying? It don't hurt to get a gun, put it in the closet, put it in a safe. You know what I'm saying? Go and cop it, register it, do whatever you got to do. And just have it. TT, do you have one? Mind your business. Don't be worried about what I got.
and 1 count of second-degree criminal possession of a weapon. As one of the victim's sisters, Barbara Massey, gives her impact statement, you can see a man come beside her. In just a few seconds, he moves to attack Gendan.
You gonna come
and decide you don't like black people. Man, you don't know a damn thing about black people. We're human. We like our kids to go to good schools. We love our kids. We never go in no neighborhoods and take people out.
As he tries to attack Gendan, you can hear someone say, "Don't do it." Payton Gendan is taken out of the courtroom and the man is restrained. Gendan gets sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
As he should. Hold on. Oh, why y'all ain't tell me? I ain't even on live. It's getting ghetto. Y'all hear that shit? It's getting ghetto. Y'all live in a hood. No funny shit.
Next is the case of Tristan Lamoureux in Cedar City, Utah, who was charged with murder for killing his wife. He was also charged with possession of a firearm by a restricted person and fleeing from police. Jason Wilson goes to deliver an impact statement. However, Tristan shows no remorse and Jason's emotions are high, so he tries to attack the defendant. As Jason lunges to attack Tristan, an official slams Tristan to the ground to protect him and another holds Jason back. Both Jason and Tristan are restrained.
W for the official though, because he slammed a man or as he
Jason apologizes to the court and gets escorted out. As for Mr. Lamoureux's sentencing, he is given 15 years to life in prison. Next is the inspiring story of forgiveness in Fayette Circuit Court in Kentucky. Trey Relford was accused of armed robbery, murder, and tampering with evidence. But the most beautiful thing happened during the court proceeding when Dr. Sambat Jitmaud, father of Salahuddin Jitmaud, forgave Trey Relford in a moving speech.
Trey Alexander Relford, I feel
It ain't enough strength in the world made me forget somebody that bodied one of my people. I don't care what it is. You can have all type of mental issues. You take somebody I love, I'm not forgiving you. I don't care. This ain't the forgiving channel. Go to the forgiving channel. And besides, me and God, we be having a very tricky relationship. Like sometimes me and him don't see eye to eye. We be arguing low key. So I'm definitely not a forgiving person. I'm not. Guess my sign.
so sad for you that you have to be in this situation. I wish I could help you, as I help my son to be a good citizen.
Dr. Jitmaud goes ahead to forgive Trey Relford.
No, I don't blame you. I'm not angry at you at all. I want you to know that. I forgive you on behalf of Salahuddin and his mother.
Despite the pain and tragedy, this moment is beautiful, and you can hear tears everywhere in the courtroom.
You hugged your son killer? I don't got enough strength in the world. I don't know. It's not enough strength for the world, Craig. I don't know.
Even the judge is moved. Trey Relford is sentenced to prison for 31 years. Up next is Camilla Gamet, a woman accused of stabbing.
Damn, did she eat her victim? Look
Trey Relford is sentenced to prison for 31 years.
at this.
Up next.
Yo, she ate her victim. She's accused of eating her victim. Yo. Alright, now listen, yo. Yo, all my BBWs, man. I love y'all. I do. But come on now. I can say a little joke from time to time. Don't act like y'all got skinny jokes. Titi look like she eat all day. I did, actually. I just have my metabolism is really, really fast. I work out, though. You feel me? You woke up on me like, oh, nah, I be here with mine. But, yeah. Little chunky joke. You still better subscribe.
Next is Camilla Gamet, a woman accused of stabbing her boyfriend to death. Gamet argued that it was self-defense and that her boyfriend attacked her first. She generally showed a nonchalant attitude, and during the sentence,
nah, she looked crazy.
Camilla Gamet, a woman accused of stabbing her boyfriend
she looked crazy right
to
there.
death. Gamet argued that it was self-defense and that her boyfriend attacked her first. She generally
she looked crazy.
Showed a nonchalant attitude, and during the sentencing, the judge let her have it.
You were relentless. You stab, you stab, you stab, you stab, you stab until he...
Yo, he's mad dramatic. You were relentless. You stab, you stab, you stab.
He was dead. You didn't think he was an intruder. You know, maybe one stab wound. Okay, maybe that's 7 defense. But you put in 11 more to make sure he was good and dead. So I hope I agree with the family. I hope you in prison as well.
Phew.
Yeah, that's what I find. I'm saying that's a judge that's standing on business. He's standing on business, right, Spidey? Business.
Finally,
I hope you go to jail and die as well.
she was sentenced to life imprisonment with no chance of parole. Next, we'll go into the peculiar case of Daryl Brooks,
Yo, it's always this scumbag. Always this scumbag.
who was accused of homicide and reckless endangerment. He drove his SUV into a parade ground, killing 7 people and injuring about 6. His charges included 61 counts of recklessly endangering
I still can't believe he got a baby.
safety and 6 counts of first-degree intentional homicide with the use of a dangerous weapon. Instead of Daryl Brooks allowing the court to appoint him a defender, he chooses to represent himself.
If you are allowed to represent yourself in this case, sir, you will not have attorneys assisting you. They are gone from this case. Do you understand that?
I think I would probably be better served representing myself.
All through the trial, Brooks becomes a menace, interrupting the judge and laughing.
He knew what he was doing. He knew that if he represented himself, this shit was going to be dragged out. So he had to. He had something to look forward to instead of just sitting in the jail cell. He knew.
At the witness when they're giving testimonies.
He told Erica that he was gonna find her and he was gonna kill her.
But perhaps the most dramatic moment of them all was when this
Yeah, that was top. And I don't even mind watching.
man had a stare down with the judge.
I need to take a break. This man right now is having a stare down with me. It's very disrespectful. He pounded his fist. Frankly, it makes me scared.
Luckily, Brooks' reign of terror ends, and he's sentenced to prison with his 6 life sentences for the murder, as well as 17.5 years in prison for each of the 61.
Oh, we gotta watch that one next. Y'all subscribe for the vibe.